Hello, I'm Mike Turner from the Mile 99 interview, and I'm here today at Bill's Point. We're getting ready for Rio Del Lago, and I'm here today with Julie Finger, our race director. How's it going, Julie?
Hey, it's going really well. We've been out here since about 7:30 this morning setting up for the race.
Wow, 7:30. So it's early afternoon. The weather is nice. I see people. There's coolers and there's water jugs going out and there's bananas going out. Are all the aid stations kind of on their way to being set up?
Yeah, all the aid stations are fully locked and loaded right now in three trailers to be dispersed starting about 4:30 a.m. tomorrow morning.
And the early aid stations have to be ready right away, right? But some of the later ones, they may have a little more time to get set up. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. The first two aid stations need to be up and running by 5 a.m., which is when we start the race here from Beals Point at 5 for those front runners to be ready to have fluids and drinks and food ready for them.
Wow, that's going to be pretty nice. And the race starts at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yeah, 5 a.m. from Beals Point here. Both the 50K and the 100 miles start together simultaneously at 5 o'clock.
Wow, that's nice because oftentimes they have different waves for different distances. And where does the 50K end?
The 50K ends here at Beals Point. So the runners, the 50Ks and the 100 miles will do a loop together. They'll come back through Beals Point here where they've started from at mile 21. And then the 50Kers will go to Granite Beach, which is the next aid station after Beals Point. They'll turn around at Twin Rocks and then they will make their retrace their steps back here to Beals Point, the main finish line.
Wow, that's really nice. That way everybody finishes here. And we're looking into the chute. So the people will be running towards us, and we're at the end of the chute here. What kind of times on the 50K are we? When should, if I was a spectator or a family, when will we start seeing the 50K people come back through here?
Yeah, I think about 8 to 8:15. That's 3 hours to 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's a very, very fast course on the 50K, and so we should be seeing those leaders come through. Let's say between 3 and 3.5 hours. So between 8 and 8:30, spectators should be here at Beals Point, ready to cheer on the runners.
That's great. And a little note for the spectators: this is a state park. It's $12 for parking. Rangers are in enforcement, so yeah, you can get in early, but and no one may watch them, but they will come by eventually, right?
They will. Again, we are allowed to use the California State Park system here, and so yes, as Mike mentioned, it's a $12 day use fee to come into Beals Point. But the good news is that you can use the day use fee at all of the state park hubs that are within our course route for the day.
Awesome, great. And that sounds like it's going to be a fun day. And the weather's looking good. Earlier in the week, there was some rain forecasted, but luckily it got pushed back to Sunday. So I think we have good temperatures. I ran last year, and it was wet, and it was miserable, and hyperthermic, and it was not pleasant. Have you? I mean, how often does it rain on this race?
It usually rains every year for this race, so I am very, very excited that it is warm and toasty. I need to get my shorts on, but yeah, the forecast couldn't be really any better. Super optimal, not only for runners, maybe a little warm for them, but spectators, volunteers, everybody that's involved with the race. The weather really does